Do you all have a childhood friend? I've got a childhood friend whom I've known since kindergarten, and she's always super defenseless. But I couldn't stop wondering. I put a rubber next to her pillow just to mess with her, and then that happened. My childhood friend has taken a nap defenselessly at my house. I put a rubber next to her pillow just to mess with her, and she misunderstood, saying, "At the time, I was a junior in college, and I had started living alone after leaving my parents' house. I was working hard on studying for my lectures and finding a place to work. I was pretty busy every day. I had some friends, although there weren't that many."
Hey! How are you?
Whoa! You can't just come inside my house without saying like that!
What? Were you doing something weird?
Of course not! This is my only friend who's a girl, Yomiko. I've known her since elementary school, and both of our parents live close to each other. Both our parents also get along with each other, too. So we would often go out with each other's families on the weekends. Yomiko was in the same college as me and lived in an apartment close to mine, so she came to my house often, too. She took my keys because she wanted to make sure that she could keep an eye on me. So when I say she comes by, I mean she just comes in without warning. We've been together for over a decade, so she doesn't look at me as a man at all. For me, I've been curious about her ever since we were in high school. If I tell her how I feel, though, I'm sure she's just gonna say no and our relationship is just gonna fall apart.
What is it? Are you admiring me or something?
Oh, shut up. What are you even doing here?
I just figured we'd grab something to eat together or something. My parents sent me some veggies so we can have a hot pot or something.
Yeah, I guess. I was a pansy, as you could tell, but something happened that changed everything for me. One day, I was done with my lecture and heading back into my house when I got a text from Yomiko.
How is your job hunt going? We both have been pretty busy, so if you're free, want to go grab a bite to eat?
I happened to be free that day, so I immediately replied, "Sure thing, I'll come and get you in a bit." I went back home, got ready, and I headed over to her place to pick her up. After getting to her house, we started heading to the regular place that we went to. We both ordered our regular meals, and Yomiko said to the employee,
And a beer, please.
"Beer? It's the middle of the day and you're already drinking?"
Of course I'm drinking. That's why I came here.
Dude, really? She loved to drink, but I didn't realize that she had become someone who liked to day drink. Apparently, she has a lot of pent-up stress because she started to complain about her job hunt, which led to complaints about classes in her club, and then she moved on to talking about how things were simpler when they were young, and we talked about elementary school along with other things.
All right, we're going to drink today.
Hey, you do know it's the middle of the day, right? Don't drink too much.
I know.
She said that, but she continued to drink until she was all kinds of drunk by the time they were leaving the store. Yomiko, come on, can you walk?
My head hurts.
Are you able to go home?
No, I need you to carry me home.
Oh, come on, I can't carry you in the middle of the day without people seeing us.
Fine. Let's go to your house since it's nearby. Let me rest there.
She looked at me with some droopy puppy dog eyes. Normally, you'd probably expect me to be nervous or something, but Yomiko usually comes to my house when she's drunk. This was just another regular occurrence. Fine, it's a mess right now, but don't say anything about it. I put my arm around her shoulder and pretty much supported her entire weight while we hobbled our way back into my house. As soon as we got inside, she started swaying on her own and jumped onto my bed without hesitation before passing out. You drink way too much in the middle of the day. You don't even know how I feel. When Yomiko was drunk, honestly, when she wasn't drunk too, she would just climb into my bed and fall asleep and roll around in bed. Every time she does that, I always get nervous. She probably doesn't look at me like that, but I'm always doing my best to hold back my feelings. Of course, everything was fine if I just held back my feelings, but she doesn't even realize what she's doing, and she has nothing for me. I got it. I thought of a good prank and decided to put a certain something next to her pillow that my friend gave to me to use when the time comes, haha. A few hours later,
Hey, wake up!
I felt someone tapping my cheek slightly and I woke up. I was reading manga while I was falling asleep without a care in the world, but suddenly I had fallen asleep at that time. I looked around and the sun had set. What's going on?
We did it, right?
What? What did we do?
No, say, what are you making me say?
What has gotten into you?
Shut up. Look at this. What the hell is this? This means that we did it, right? I don't remember because I was drunk, but you'll take full responsibility, right?
Huh? No, it's all just a misunderstanding. I remember putting that next to her pillow as a prank. The joke was a huge success, but I gotta tell her that it was just a prank. That's not what it looks like, okay? A friend of mine gave me a rubber a while back, so I thought it'd be funny to put it next to your pillow just to see how you'd react. So relax, okay? We didn't really do anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not the kind of horrible man who would do something to you while you slept.
Right. Of course you're not.
You don't trust me? Sorry for messing with you, but I really didn't lay a finger on you.
No, I really believe you. Just?
I tried to ask her what she was contemplating when she suddenly got closer to my face and whispered into my ear.
You're a pansy.
Huh? I was a little shocked by what she had to say, and she stuck her tongue out at me with a devilish grin.
Sorry for just showing up out of the blue. See ya.
And she walked away. Yomiko's words were spiraling in my mind. Why did she call me a pansy? What does that mean? Does she mean that she wanted to? No, she must be pranking me back or something. I didn't understand what she meant, and I ended up just being confused and lost as to what she meant. A few days after that, my part-time job from early in the morning finished, and I was just messing around on my phone at home, slobbing, when Yomiko suddenly texted me.
Are you free right now? Can I go over?
I was a little nervous from what had happened before, but I just acted like nothing had happened. Sure, you can come over. We texted about nothing for a little while before she showed up at my house.
Hey, yeah.
Huh? She's acting like she always does. I guess I'm the only one that worried about what happened before. I felt kind of relieved and a little disappointed at the same time while talking to her for a while. But an hour or so after she came over to my place, I noticed something strange. Is it just me or is she super close to me today? It felt like she was touching me more often and trying to subtly touch my arm, I think. She was always pretty touchy-feely, but it's more aggressive than usual.
So then...
Yomiko? Did something happen? I stopped the conversation and asked her, but I didn't know what to say, so I straight up asked her with fear in my voice. She fell silent and stared into my eyes.
Thing?
Huh?
Why aren't you doing anything?
What are you talking about?
You should understand, especially after that whole thing that happened. You said you won't do anything while I'm asleep, so I intentionally stayed awake for you. I'm trying to get you interested. I mean, it's my fault for not making it more obvious, but I'm trying my best to make you understand. You should know what you have to do.
Hey, calm down. Do you really understand what you're saying?
I'm totally aware of what I'm asking for. I'm here, and I'm totally ready.
You say that, but it's not like I was able to totally stay calm too. Not just from before, but I've always had a thing for you.
Huh? Are you being serious?
Of course I am.
Sorry. I see. It wasn't like you just looked at me as a friend and a friend only.
She smiled, a look of relief on her face. I was caught off guard by this adorable expression.
But then, why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you make a move on me this whole time?
That's the reason that I didn't do anything. Well, it's of course got to do with me being a pansy, but the true number one reason is I didn't want to hurt you because of my selfish feelings. I didn't just want something insignificant. I wanted to take the right steps to courting you, you know?
Right steps to courting me?
You know, I wanted to proceed after we started actually dating. I looked her way again. I haven't been able to tell you, but I always liked you. So, will you please go out with me? I was able to tell her finally how I'd been feeling for a long time. She stared into my eyes before saying,
It took you long enough.
And hugging me tightly. Hey, wait! I fell over and both of us were now on the bed. We were so close that we could hear each other's heartbeats.
I've always liked you.
I was all kinds of nervous and I told her how I felt. My emotions were a roller coaster right now, but that's how we started dating. From what she says, she's apparently also been interested in me since she was in high school. She's liked me ever since then, and we both liked each other, but it took this long because both of us were afraid that if we asked the other person out, it could screw up and we would mess up our current relationship. However, after we started dating, our relationship didn't really change all that much. But we would occasionally do something like couples, and it was really incredibly nice. One day, we went out to outlet malls and just looked at the clothes and went window shopping all day.
I'm so tired, I can't walk anymore.
It was dark outside, and I was getting closer to closing time. Yomiko was on the benches in the store and didn't move. Come on, the stores are closing. Let's go.
My legs seriously hurt too much. I can't go home.
Come on, I'm gonna drive you home anyway.
Then,
She put her hand out in front of me and I held her hand and pulled her up. Finally feel like moving? I pulled her head out before trying to let go, but
why can't we just hold hands like this?
she mumbled without looking at me directly. True. Then I fixed my grip on hers, this time fingers interlocking. I'd held hands with her when we were in elementary school, but this time I was way more happy. It finally really felt like we were now dating before we left the outlets. She was shy but laughing about the whole thing, and it was so cute. I couldn't stop admiring her smiles. That's how we started dating after being friends for such a long time. We had a great time together. However, in 6 months' time, something happened. By that time, we were also seniors in college, and we were really buckling down on job hunting. Of course, we would have less time to meet up with each other, but it was an important relationship for our future, so I didn't want to not bring it up. I decided to tell her, after we're done, let's go celebrate. So we promised to play hard until we finished our job hunt. A little while after we finished our final selection process for job hunting, I got a reply from one of my top companies asking if I was interested in working with them. Yomiko also managed to get the final interviews done, and she said that she was fairly confident. Both of us were just about to finish our job hunt with no problems, but a few days later, Yomiko started talking to me about our lectures. Apparently, she didn't pass her final interview.
Sorry, I haven't been able to text you. I was just all kinds of worried yesterday, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. I don't know if I can do this. I wonder if I can find a job.
You got this, Yomiko. How about we just go out and relax for a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
We finished our work at school and we headed to the cafe after meeting up. It was a short time, but we went on a date for the first time in a long time. But Yomiko seemed upset the whole time.
I'm such a loser. I'm all depressed over something simple like this. I'm sure there's stuff that's way more stressful in the future.
I think it's totally normal to be upset over this, you know?
But you managed to get your job offer from the company that you really wanted to work at.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but...
Then you aren't upset, so you don't understand what I'm going through.
Sorry.
Oh no. Sorry for saying too much.
She apologized immediately, but she wasn't in the wrong. If anything, I was wrong for saying that I understood, when I was just not really trying to put myself in her situation.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I don't have much patience right now. Maybe we should just go home for today, huh?
Yeah, sorry about that. The whole mood was now awkward after we left the cafe.
Alright. Thanks for today, Ichi.
Yeah, see you later. She turned around before walking home. I should probably go home too, but I just couldn't bring myself to go home. Yomiko! Before I knew it, I was running towards her to catch up to her. I knew that letting her go home like this wasn't the right thing to do. I think you and I are in different situations, so I think my words won't be convincing to you, but still, I can't just quietly sit here and watch you suffer. I won't tell you to keep on pushing, okay? I know that you're pushing hard enough already, so,
That's where you choose to choke?
I didn't know where to go from there, so she couldn't help but say something. I want to think about our future, Yomiko. After I work hard and manage to save up some money, will you marry me?
You don't even sound confident. But thank you. I want to marry you too, Ichi. So I'm going to try for a little bit longer, okay?
She grinned at me after saying that. We ended up going home after that day, but later...
I got a job offer from my favorite company!
Congratulations! I'm so happy to hear that. We both got job offers from our favorite companies, and we were even closer to our offices too. We started living together after getting our job offers, and we made one deal with each other for living together. Whenever something bad happened at work or whatever, we will talk to the other person and ask for help. Of course, there are some things that I can't solve by talking to each other, but I want to be able to support each other so we have to share our worries, okay? We need to think about it together and really figure out things as a team. A little while later, we got married. We're gonna keep on continuing to support each other, including the baby that's on the way to a bright future.